Hey everybody, I'm APH. Welcome back to Timberborn. Now in the last episode, we set up our town hub, which is pretty important as going forward, this is going to be our way of surviving. And we started the transition of moving over this way. Now in between episodes, I placed up a storage here that is specially for planks. Something that I recommend you guys do is specialize your storage. It's pretty important because there's not a way to say no more than 20 paper in this storage. So it's just the easiest way to kind of go forward. We're ready to demo this barrier as we're getting ready for our next drought. Seems like a very solid plan there. And let's put in our actual forest, our actual farmer over here going forward. So we did unlock the double platform in order to build all this. And what we'll do for our farmer is we'll drop down something about like this. With a staircase right there, a storage right here, and then the actual farmhouse on top. Now I like building this way as it gives an actual home for what we're planning on building. Taking a quick look at these trees, they are at 68%, so they are going to be popping very shortly. So we should plan on moving the water over so that we can use this space for lumberjacks. So let's go ahead and queue up our 2 water pumps in here. And let's bump our work hours up to 20. I did lower it down to 16 because we're in okay shape, but I think that we need a little bit of catch up here. Let's frame this area right here so that we can start on our actual houses. Now, the majority of our building in this series is going to be on the water, and it's going to be tall, but it's going to start on ground level and it's going to tier up as our actual water source is over there. So building a dam that is the height of our water source right now is kind of a moot thing until we've worked our way that way. Now, thankfully, there's metal close by here. There's metal on the way that way. So we'll be able to kind of snake our way up this river and create some small districts kind of on that way and set up our homestead so that we can build epically tall once we get there. But we're going to start right here. And we're going to do it by a 2 wide of storage. And then we're going to, on this side, we're going to create a staircase. And what's going to happen is, as the staircase goes up, let's go ahead and pause this one and let's pause that one. That way they kind of focus on what I want them to focus on. This is going to be for berries going forward. But the storage is going to go, one faces left, the next level up will face right. That way we can kind of match it with the staircases. Now for the barracks, we need to bring it up to this ground level. And we want to match the same size as those two. And then we're going to go ahead and drop them right on top. And in total, in order to house 60 people, we're going to go a total of 3 high, but for right now, we're going to pause at this level right here. So it doesn't actually build any higher than that until we're ready for it. Now that will house 20 beavers in total. So we're in good shape there. This is starting to build. I think the majority of that is, yeah, it just requires logs now and a little bit more planks. As these trees pop, we're going to want to immediately move the lumber mill. So let's go ahead and place those down. Since we are now planning on building this, I think that's okay. And let's get rid of this farmhouse. I don't think that's needed anymore. And we want this to be started up the moment that these start popping. So, and just like that, let's go ahead and pause 2 of these so that we can place somebody back over here. That's going to be pretty important because we want to keep these. Now, for down here, this area right here, I never actually planted it. Let's go ahead and place a section of maple. Let's pause this water pump. They'll give us an extra person. And we can prioritize this up so that we get a lumberjack over here. So it will kind of be a twofold. We'll keep harvesting what we can over here, which looks like it's actually just about done. So we can pause those. And we can go ahead and prioritize this up. Now, what this will do is, as we're harvesting, we're going to start switching to maple. And we're going to make that transition as maple is quite a bit better. Yes, it takes twice as long, but it's twice as long for 4 times as much wood. So it's very, very efficient that way. Got 1 unemployed person. And let's go ahead and place it into the actual inventor for the moment. And the next thing is we need to build our population up. And until we get more houses, more better houses, as we don't have any at the moment, we should look at some more breeding chambers. Now, breeding chambers leads me to believe that these guys have become, one, misunderstood, and two, absolute masters of alchemist. Let's drop those in there, and as soon as the farmhouse builds, we'll prioritize that up. As soon as the farmhouse builds, yeah, let's do this. Let's none and none. This is a prime example of like how bad storage is. We can't. They went and grabbed 20 immediately from other things. So instead of doing more useful tasks, they immediately grabbed 20. All right, let's do just potatoes over here. And let's plot out our actual groundwork for potatoes themselves. We'll go this area right here. Yeah, we'll stop right there since this area looks kind of a little bit dry and desolate. Our water's still okay, and as long as it's okay, I'm not too worried about them building that, but it looks like they've started dropping logs over here. And the farmhouse is also dropping logs, so we're good there. Why are you guys not harvesting? Did I not set this to harvest? Go forth, beavers. Collect everything you can collect, because we need more wood. And that should allow the actual deep water pump over here to finish, as well as the farm. So let's get rid of this and place 2 more actual lumberjacks flags. And they're okay just to kind of build as their leisure. And we might take that inventor out of there. Now, I know there is some tricks to kind of get water to work in areas like this, and we're going to kind of wait till dynamite, as I think placing levies is maybe a little bit too cheaty. Let's go ahead and pause this so we get another worker somewhere else. Now let's go ahead and place them in the inventor, because we've got a good amount of berries going forward. So I think they eat 3 food a day, and with 15 people, so they eat about 45. So we've got about probably 8 or 9 days worth of actual food, and this drought is going to end way before that. So we're okay there. Now water, I'm hearing a lot of different things with water. I'm hearing they go through 20 food per or 20 water per day, and I'm hearing 2 water per day, and I'm hearing they go through a little bit closer to 3, and I don't know what total that is exactly, and maybe it has a variety between hard and medium and easy, where one uses less and one uses more. Ooh, everybody is delegated out. Let's try to keep a person in our actual town hall there. Yeah, maybe we'll have to actually slow down one of these. Yeah, we'll take the 2, and that should actually maintain. Let's go ahead and unpause this now. Let's prioritize this up so that when we get more people, we can just keep that migration. We're coming up on 15 people. So getting houses down fairly quickly, which they're now starting on, seems pretty important. And from there, what we'll look at is kind of building out this area. We're going to build up, and then we're going to move all of our production facilities onto the top. This area is coming together. As soon as they're done planting, I'm going to go ahead and pause that so I get the people back. What do we have here? We have a stranded beaver. User. Seriously? Come on out. Thank you. Let's try this again. Let's prioritize that up, and hopefully they don't do something silly. I didn't want to place a walkway over for that. Maybe I should have. Okay, that looks good. Our next couple people will probably, a couple beavers that is, we'll probably place them back into that lumber mill. Now, we do have a little bit of research, and what I'm thinking is we're going to go ahead and unlock the gear workshop and plot it out right in here. And for those of you that are asking, why am I building over here just to later destroy it? The answer is quite simple. Wood is a very renewable resource in this game. And it is actually more important to get certain things down early and tear it down later than it is to not get it down and have issues. Drought ended, and these guys are up and going, so we're going to have water. We've got not very many berries, so as soon as berries start popping, we're going to have to kind of look at it. And what we should do is plan for the next drought where we place a forester over here to plant blueberries in this area for the future. So let's go ahead and drop, not a lumber mill, an actual forester right there, and place a road over to them. I think that's a pretty solid idea. And we'll plant some blueberries in this area right here. That's probably enough. Now, I do a test game. A lot of people have actually seen that, and for everybody who's been watching that, thank you for watching. That's it's been huge. It's actually doubled the size of my channel in a few days. You guys are amazing. And I want to continue that success, but part of that is kind of learning from that. So that test game is played on normal, but I have one for hard, kind of similar. And what I was seeing is the droughts probably around cycle 4, maybe cycle 5, we're going to start hitting droughts that are like 9 days plus. And when those start hitting, these berries will just die off and wither. So we're going to make plans to have this before that. Let's go ahead and prioritize this one right here in particular and that one up. These ones we can just leave them kind of as a neutral. I think that's kind of the way to go. That way we get at least homes for 10 of our beavers. This area looks good with the harvesting. We don't have any free beavers at the moment. I really want to pump that up. Now this is lacking berries. So I need berries to start popping. Okay, let's unpause this. And we'll circulate. Hey, we've got a few extra beavers in our district hall. Let's go ahead and circulate them back out so that this guy starts grabbing any berries he can until we can get this up and going. Now these right here, they're 50%. Now berries are, for anybody who has played the Iron Teeth, prepare ahead of time. Berries take 12 days to mature and then 12 days to produce the first round of berries. That means it's a 24-day process to get there. Let's switch some more of these over to maple, and we'll do the same up here. Yes, it will look funny, but it's going to be part of the plan that slowly we're just going to transition that. We've got a good deal of trees that are actually ready to be harvested. I'm thinking, let's pause this as this is actually in a good shape. And let's start transferring more of the wood into lumber. No. I think this one's good for now. I was going to say more of the wood into lumber, but watching the actual lumber, it just plummeted, and that might be the fact that they're filling up this house. Excellent. After that, we want this to build, so we're going to prioritize that kind of in the medium-high range. That way that gets going, and during this drought, we can do our planting down below. Now, the good thing about this is once we do the planting, let's plant on berries up above as well. Something about like that. Once this is done, we can remove the forester, as blueberries don't get removed during the harvest. They just get picked down and they just drop a level. Man, this is not good that all of my breeding pods are out. I don't know that we're going to get enough berries between cycles here. This is actually scaring me a little bit. Potatoes are good. Let's put a grill right here. And this will move in the future. This is going to move on top of the actual stack of buildings. And we'll prioritize, since it's just logs, we'll go ahead and prioritize it up, since this will move the planks as they get built, and then that will start. Ooh, all those are kind of in limbo. I need beavers, and for beavers, I need berries. So hopefully this drought doesn't kill everything under the sun. Maybe what we should do is place a road over here. So when these start actually producing berries, we can start harvesting those, because I don't think these are going to happen in time. That is a shame. May have actually put a real hamper on things there. That's a little sad. Food is in good shape, and a lot of my beavers are complaining that they're hungry. Let's go ahead and drop their workday back down to 16 as the first house is down. That will kind of get some actual good ties as it increases our life expectancy. And for over here, this area looks like a perfect spot for some deco. Now, I'm a little sad that they made it so the bench doesn't produce aesthetics anymore. I'm really sad. I'm probably going to actually whine about that a few times, and I'm going to apologize right now. And something that I noticed is a difference is the beaver statue for the iron teeth is actually made out of, scrap metal. That's kind of impressive. I wish, like the actual folktales, I wish that this was made out of planks and logs, but I get it. I haven't seen if it's a different model, so I might take a look at that when I build the first couple. Let's place 2 shrubs in there, as this is going to be the exit of this area, so that people have to go buy those shrubs in order to get out. And we'll go ahead and prioritize them. Medium? Yeah, I think medium. This area should be coming together, and hey, this is ready. Let's pause and redistribute. Oh my god, 3 people that we just lost. Did I have people die? I had 1 person die here, but I had somebody grow up, so I'm not sure why we lost that many. The grill is done, and the potatoes are ready. We've got a good deal of water. Let's go ahead and pause both of these. That should not push people in there. Apparently, it pushed them into our town hall. Let's redistribute our people. This one is planting. This one's planting. Maybe we need to stop the inventor for the time being. Stop one of the lumberjacks, maybe? That gives us 2. I think we're okay with that. And we can probably take this guy back since these berries didn't produce. And we'll go ahead and delete this one out, as I'm pretty sure 8.1 days. Some of these are going to dry out this actual cycle. Oh, that is not good. Not good at all. These will produce, so let's move our gathering flag temporarily over there. Thankfully, they're free. Let's get rid of this, as I don't think that's going to be valid for the future, and let's go ahead and prioritize this up since berries just started popping. Got to get those in order to re-maintain these guys. I'm a little bit scared. Got to tell you, if we don't get these berries up and going before we start losing people, we're going to have some issues, because I don't think that... Well, we do have berries over there if we need to. We've got berries over here. And it looks like some of these might make it, but some of these are not. Yeah, I'm a little worried there. Let's pause this, as they're actually siphoning quite a bit of logs away from our building. And let's, since we've got a good deal of them now, see if we can find 2 people to actually place in these. Let's unpause them first. Let's go ahead and nab them from the farmhouse, as we're starting to produce baked or grilled potatoes. My mind wants to say baked potatoes for some reason. Don't ask me why. But that should get these going and get our actual planks going a little faster, so we can build this up faster. Now for the walkway, what we want to do is... And some of this we're going to do between episodes, as it's going to take a little bit of time since we don't have a lot of people. We're going to place kind of a walkway that way, so that we can place the storage facing the opposite direction. And to get up there, we want to do a double like this with a route up. And we're going to connect that, and then we want to do a double right here. Let's actually place that with a road this way. And what this is going to do is we're going to place logs on this side. And on the other sides, I haven't quite decided yet. But we're going to do... That's right. We need singles right here, as we're already up a level to do our next level up. And then we go doubles from there. Something about like that. And then what we'll do is we'll connect our roads. And that's going to be our stairway up. So anybody that's seen my introduction to the actual the Iron Teeth, you will have seen how I started this, and this is going to be our process. We're going to go a total of 6 levels high in total going forward, and that will be the start of our city center. We probably want, with the amount of potatoes and the amount of carrots we are capable of producing, we probably want about 40 people, and that's kind of our goal for getting our berries back up and going. And hey, this is ready to remove. The other part of this that's really good is now that these are down, what we can do is we can remove the actual farmland, leaving it as just being open land. Because when they're harvested, they don't actually remove them. Let's pause this since there's no berries within range. And thankfully, it got these actually going. So hopefully we get a couple more little beavers during that time. This is building. That will be our actual next set of houses, which will house everybody just like that. Thank you. And I think that this is going to be a short episode as the beginning of the game is kind of slow. So I'd like to take a moment to thank you guys for watching. If you liked what you saw, check out my channel where we do other survival games like this, as well as leave a like and a comment down below, as it helps my channel grow. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the next episode.